Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a review on the Turtle Beach Elite 800X headset. This headset has been out for about 2 months and I've had it for about 2 months. This is non-updated headset. This is the software update that was in the unit when it came in. There are a couple of updates already out at the time of this video. I have not been able to update them because of driver issues, according to what the software is saying online. I have contacted Turtle Beach, and they have not given me a proper response yet, or they keep directing me back to the information that is posted on their website on how to update it. So, unfortunately, I've not been able to update this, so I don't really know how the update's working. So we're going to be talking about the headset as a non-updated unit. This headset for $300 is definitely one of the most comfortable headsets I've owned, but it's not to say that it doesn't have its own issues. The padding up here is really comfortable, it's really solid built, and it's great for long-term use. You really rarely ever feel the headset is on your head, especially for extensive gaming. The only time that I truly ever feel the headset's weight is right here. It's got a really nicely built frame, however, it's really tight. Even after a month of use on a daily headset, or 2 months worth of use on this headset daily, it has not changed its shape. While this is a great thing to see, it's also could be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I know that with older model or the lower model Turtle Beach headsets in particular, that they tend to, the break-in period on this thing is quite a bit quicker than what this one's experiencing. So, if you have a big head like I do, you might have a little bit of trouble with that. The next thing is these sponging cups. They are gorgeous. They are really durable, but you get warm because there's no air circulation, being that it is this leather, faux leather kind of feel to it. However, the noise cancellation on these things is absolutely phenomenal compared to some of the other headsets that I've experienced on the market. Let's see, the microphone itself. Let's get into that, because this thing's actually been a bit of a hassle for me. Microphone boom is right there. There's a couple little tiny indentation holes. I don't know if you can see them. It's right below my fingernail there. Those are the little microphone keys. Now, again, this might be also part of the pre-update build, but a lot of my friends have a difficult time hearing me while I'm using this unit. They're always complaining that my voice sounds muffled or really quiet. I found a way to remedy this is through the setting system on the headset itself, which allows you to set for quiet rooms or loud rooms, etc., etc. I primarily have mine set to the quiet room feature, which seems to remedy the issue. Now, they tote around with all their headsets that they have a mic monitoring system that will prevent you from screaming. Being that you are going to experience this issue, or that I have experienced this issue where I cannot hear myself or my friends cannot hear me, I do tend to scream very loudly. So the mic monitoring kind of doesn't seem to work because I have to scream for them to hear me. Now, as for the presets on this unit, it has a phenomenal level of presets. From music, to gaming, to movie watching, to sports, etc. There is a lot of features in here. Each one of those settings, whether you're for gaming, whether for movies, whether it's for your music, all has a certain set of presets inside of them, which are very easy to access by simply pressing the button after you've selected the main setting. I stand by with the gaming, because that's all I use this headset really for, is my gaming. I usually keep it on the signature sound setup, because I find that it's the best with the large, bassy, boomy kind of feel. I'm a really big fan of bass, which leads into another issue with these things. They're not very bass heavy. However, this is again probably part of the setup and can be changed through updates or selections using the updater program, which again does not work for me. The sound is phenomenal. It's crystal clear in most cases. If you do turn this up, to the almost to the full volume, you will start noticing some crackling in the audio. Now, the crackling in the audio is only going to really come in if you really have this thing turned up, and from my experience, my ears can't handle it being up that loud to be able to feel that distortion or hear those crackling noises. Another issue that I do have with this headset is actually with the chat. I don't know what it is, but whenever I turn off my headset, I plug it into the unit, it's charging, I take it off and turn it on, my chat is at full volume, louder than hell. I have to tap the down button, but if I tap the down button, it seems to adjust to the normal value that I've had it set to, and every time I tap the button, it just gets quieter and quieter to where I can't hear my friends. So I don't understand how it goes to full volume until you tap the button once and it goes back to normal. That's something I don't understand, and it needs to be addressed. Another little gripe here, I'm going to go back to the frame. I know this video is kind of bouncing around. It's just kind of my personality. Is this. The adjusters. They're very easy to adjust when you're holding it in your hand, but do not try to adjust this while on your head. I don't care how you hold this. For me, I've tried holding it from the sides here. As you can see, it slides really easily. However, when it's on your head, it's damn near impossible. It is not something that will easily adjust on your head. While some people may find that as a pro when you're wearing the headset and you don't want it to come unloose, for me it's a bit of a con because I tend to adjust my headsets frequently while wearing them, and I hate having to take them off and adjust them during game. Now I'm going to talk about the battery life. The battery life on these things is phenomenal. I have rarely seen battery life on electronical headsets like these, especially wireless ones, that can last as long as this. Through extensive use, I seem to find myself only having to charge the unit once every 4 or so days. And I mean, I'm gaming 4+ hours a day on some occasions. This is a really hardcore battery. Now the thing with the battery is it charges really quickly on the accompanying base stand, which is also a nice way to keep it sitting rather than just tossing it on the floor. I like that it charges that way, but I'm also the kind of guy who doesn't like to overcharge his things, so I do have to keep it off the headset or cut power completely to the charging bay. The charge time on these headsets is usually, if they're completely dead, maybe about 4 hours. While yeah, that is an annoying thing, you should really pre-charge these headsets before you plan on using them extensively, or if you're planning on a big game day. I really wish that I could have been able to charge them while wearing or using the headset, considering there is a micro USB port here. However, this micro USB port, as far as I know, is only for updating the unit. Now I'm going to talk about the range on this thing. Turtle Beach had issues for me in the past with some of their headsets. Mostly back in the 360 days. They have really changed a lot from back what I remember, and they only seem to get better and better, even on their lower end or cheaper end part of the headsets, always seem to improve. I know that with my original headset that I always had a range issue where I would be sitting right next to my box, but I would still get crackling or interference due to my Wi-Fi setup. However, I had a great amount of range. I could travel all throughout my house and even walk into the back porch without it distorting or cutting off. I have noticed that with the newer headsets, i.e. this one right here that I am holding, and I also have a pair of the PX5s, I cannot move anywhere around my house. My range is limited to maybe 10 to 15 feet before I start getting issues. My back porch is actually right there about, maybe about 10 feet where I am. As soon as I cross that threshold, this headset cuts off and I cannot hear a thing. With my older headsets, I was always capable of hearing and it was perfectly fine. If I try to take this upstairs with me, I immediately lose audio as soon as I hit the stairs. Where my older ones, I could sit upstairs with them and have no issues whatsoever. Now this is only applying again to while I'm in gaming mode and or videos or something like that. This is not applying to the actual headset being used in music. The Bluetooth connection for this thing is phenomenal as well. Voice calling is phenomenal as well, so the range on that is perfectly fine and is not bothered by the transmitter, as you don't need the transmitter for Bluetooth. Now, turning on and pairing the Bluetooth on this headset is actually really easy, and I was surprised by that. I have a very difficult time with a lot of Bluetooth devices as they don't like to pair properly. This one is a very rare exception for me. It pairs wonderfully, it pairs easily, and the ease of use for listening to music while I game my personal music is phenomenal. The music is never too loud, it never over-dominates the gameplay music, and it's always just enough to where I feel comfortable with it. You can turn it up, you can turn it down, you can make it more powerful than the game audio, however you want, but I prefer to keep it just perfect balance because I want to hear the game with a little bit of a beat to get me going. Outside of that, I mean, this headset has been nothing but great to me. I love this headset and I do not regret purchasing it. I do have a couple of key gripes about it that, have annoyed me in the past or, are bothering me even now when I game. But they are not enough to make me want to throw this headset out. In fact, I'm planning on purchasing a second headset strictly for my television. I love the audio on this thing. This is a really phenomenal audio. I just wish I could update it and set it more to my style of gaming and my style of music, etc., etc. Outside of that, I think Turtle Beach really did a phenomenal job with this, and I know why I'm sticking with their company. I've tried a lot of other headsets, but Turtle Beach is definitely the one that I like. Though it seems to me their customer service is leaving a little bit to be desired for me. Though I might have just had a bad day when I tried to get to them. All in all, would I recommend this headset? I absolutely would. I love this thing, and I make any one of my friends try it as soon as they walk into the house because I want them to know the quality and what they're actually getting for a $300 headset. This is head over heels better than any of the other ones in the gaming wireless line that I've tried. I love it. Absolutely worthwhile. So I hope this review is going to be a little bit helpful to you guys who are trying to decide and are indifferent about the headset. These are my gripes. Again, they are probably fixed through a patch update that I was not able to access. So good luck and good gaming out there, guys.